What's up, Super Team? It's 2018, and we've got a new addition to the Everyday Joe series. Let's get started. I thought I would take a minute to talk about what the Everyday Joe series is. I started it last year. When I initially started this series, I wanted to use it as a platform to either dole out advice, things that I learned, maybe even get a little philosophical, talk about the pros and cons of Star Trek and Star Wars, not versus. I'm a fan of both. I'm ambidextrous like that. But in 2018, I want to get a lot more specific about why I'm doing these vlogs, the main vlog and this Everyday Joe series. So every Friday I'm going to drop an episode called What the Friday, WTF. So these are going to be targeted at current pop culture events, things happening on social media, world events. Also, I'm going to dedicate a fair amount of these to crazy, weird, odd products that you can buy. It'll be PG rated. Well, maybe PG-13, but there'll be products that are just like, why was this made? Who is this for? What are we? Anyway, so I want this series to have some more punch and kick than the regular vlog does. Again, there'll be other episodes that are just covering something I learned, something that can help out, either photography or acting or just general business practices. But today, we're going to talk about social media and social consciousness. Let's get started. A social conscious is a sense of responsibility or concern for the problems and injustices of society. So I think most creators of any kind of content that's especially being posted on social media are aware of injustices and are aware of problems, especially what's going on worldwide. We've seen an enormous outbreak of using social media to bring about awareness in other countries of atrocities. We've also seen social media used to shame corporations that make ad campaigns that are very tasteless. Kendall Jenner, Dove, they made these ads and it was like, why are you making this ad? Who thought this was a good idea? So why start 2018 with an episode that's clearly about something that's been going on already? Great question. So recently, a very well-known YouTuber posted a video about going to the suicide forest in Japan. There's already articles in like Wired magazine about it, basically shaming him, basically shaming the YouTuber for what he did. The video went up. You can kind of figure out what he found in the forest. It's a forest that people go to commit suicide. He posted the video and then he was shamed for it and then he took it down. YouTube did not take it down for him. He did it for himself. Now, a lot of people are looking at YouTube and in general look at like say Facebook and Instagram as well, because when these things get posted, or say a foreign government is using your platform to affect US presidency elections in the United States, people have a tendency to wonder what you're doing. Now, when it comes to US elections, that's a whole nother ball of wax. In fact, they've just handed out the first criminal reference today with that Russian investigation. But going back to looking at like YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and us as a collective whole, the world, creators, whatever, telling them, why didn't you stop this? Why didn't you see this and flag it immediately? Why was it up for X amount of time? What are you doing to stop this? What are you going to do in the future? Should they be doing that? Absolutely, because these platforms are basically affecting the world. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, all of them, even the weird new ones that come and go, you know, like that. The entire planet is watching these, and not only that, we are contributing to it, clearly. Now, full disclosure, I'm obviously new to this. I started my vlog I think it's been about 6 months since I posted my first video to my channel. I'm obviously learning more, gaining more every day. It's a huge learning curve and I'm actually loving it. This is a lot of fun, like I said in previous episodes. I'm not exactly sure what it is that's driving me to share, but I've stopped asking that question right now because I feel like this is feeding me in a way that's healthy, and also I'm getting positive feedback from friends. So, and my loyal 8 followers. Having said that, there's a difference between learning how to post things online versus having a conscience. My thought today, the whole point of this first video is that us, the people that follow the channels, absolutely. But this video specifically is for the creators, we, us, I'm not sure if that's the royal we. But anyway, I read the definition for social consciousness, but I think that social consciousness is actually before you even post it. The creators are the responsible ones for what we put out there. Now, he took the video down immediately. He apologized. In fact, he said he's stepping away from making YouTube videos, which is his choice. Be clear, I'm not actually trying to say, shame on you, you're a bad person. I'm not trying to judge anyone with this. I think this as a whole is a huge issue that's facing us as a global community because social media is such a huge impact on the entire planet. Now, the people that create on YouTube who are very good at what they do and have been doing it for a long time, there's a huge process. They have a workflow, they have connections. YouTube itself will help the best creators get better because it's a feedback loop. It helps YouTube and it helps the creator. But at some point in there has to be a moral question. When you get an idea, when you're in the planning phase, when you're in the execution phase, when you're in the editing phase, when you're posting, there has to be in there somewhere a choice of saying, should I or shouldn't I? To put that point more clearly and probably a lot sexier than I could, I will give you Mr. Jeff Goldblum, who said,
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
which I wholeheartedly agree with. We can do so many amazing things now. It's not just the internet, it's what people are doing with the internet. We have these amazing tools that we can now communicate and collaborate and do all this amazing work. But we have to ask, should I or shouldn't I? That's a huge question. That's a huge question because it has enormous moral implications. Now, the answer might be, yeah, I should, or yeah, I think it's worth it. There you go. As long as you went through the vetting process, the social consciousness has to extend beyond outrage after the fact. We need to get ourselves to a point where it's before the fact. Should this even go online? That's today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot more content coming. These are going to drop every Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. We're going to have interviews. There's going to be products. There's going to be more editorial rants like this. Can't promise that there won't be some adult language. I actually did good today. Thank you so much for watching. This is meant to educate, motivate, and inspire. I hope there was something in it for you today. If you have some kind of thought or feedback, please drop it in the comments below. This is not meant to be a one-way street. This is meant to be a dialogue. The only thing I ask is please make it a constructive criticism. Please don't just say, oh, you suck, you're dumb, blah, blah, blah. Actually put some thought into your comment below. If you're so inclined, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next Friday with some more punching action. On Fridays, we're gonna have a more specific one, which is basic, but on What the Friday, we're gonna talk about, What the Friday is basically going to be